Hey parents, first thank you so much for taking 5 minutes or so out of your day to watch this video. We want to get right into the topic, but note right now that there's some important dates below in the body of the email that we really want you to remember. So one question that Tim and I would love to discuss today is the idea of programming breaks in the student ministry. Why is it that throughout the year, we pause our programming for a couple of weeks? So, Tim, would you like to unpack why we do this a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to. So 3 times throughout a given year, we intentionally pause our high school Sunday night and middle school Wednesday night programming, right? So the main reason we do this is it's strategic, really, on our part for a couple of reasons. Now, the breaks occur in 3 to 4 week time frames, and they surround Christmas, end of school year, which would be late May into June, and beginning of school year, which would be late August into September. Now, the programming breaks provide what we believe to be benefits to students, to youth volunteers, and to the program directors like us.
Right. Really, it allows time to assess the well-being of the program, the well-being of the youth leaders, the well-being of our volunteers serving, and everyone involved in the ministry.
Exactly. So first, let me unpack the benefits to youth directors. Statistically, youth directors or youth pastors tend to have a very high burnout or turnover rate. For the past 10 years, in fact, the national average for a youth director to stay at a church has ranged from 2.5 to 3.5 years.
Wow.
So this means, on average, a student's going to have 3 to 4 different youth directors during their time in student ministry programming. Now, there's multiple reasons and multiple factors at play, but in creating structured breaks in the programming, it allows for youth directors, Matt Harris and myself, to step back and gauge our own health, our marital health, and really assess the overall programming health.
Yeah. I know that from personal experience, I can say that these structured breaks have been just invaluable to my family, to my wife, and to me throughout the calendar year, just to have a Sunday night every now and then where I'm home and there's nothing we have to run back to church for.
Yeah, I completely agree. And a similar aspect is at play with our youth volunteers. It allows for them to have the downtime needed to care for themselves and their work outside of the ministry that they do. It really helps foster longer-term commitments to the student ministry. And this is really critical because
Absolutely.
In student ministry in middle school and the high school years, it's very relational and it needs a level of consistency, right? So now the benefits for the students are really twofold. First, a break in the programming, as I've seen over my time here at StoneBridge, fosters in the students a desire to be involved when we have the programming. It's that old adage, you don't know what you're missing till it's gone, right?
Yep.
Now the second aspect is kind of the school year, the rhythm of projects and exams and vacations. Because every year there are times, if not year-round, in a student's life that the demand of school rises to the top. And so what we've seen over the years is a dip in attendance during these times due to the demand of end-of-year projects, exams, and end-of-year programming. So by fostering programming breaks, what we're doing is allowing students to focus on those areas without feeling guilty that they might be missing out on something here at the church. Now, what I've seen again in the 10 years that I've been involved here is that by allowing these breaks, it creates a better health for the individual leading us, as well as the volunteer involved in the programming and the student.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim. If any of you have any questions about this, why we do this still, we'd love to talk with you more about it. So call us up. We'd love to get coffee, love to get lunch, love to just chat over the phone. Now, the second important topic we want to bring up today is about our summer trips. Parents, you can see the dates below for all of our summer trips we have coming up. And I know it's January. It's hard to start thinking about that, but we want to talk about why these trips are just so important to the ministry. So, Tim, why are summer trips so critical to a student?
Yeah, let me start with this. So maybe you can think back to a time when you took a youth trip, whether it was middle school or high school. What made it such a good experience? What was it that created that lasting memory, that lasting impact on you and on your faith? And why was it? Now, I think there's, again, a few reasons these types of trips have such a huge impact on us. That the camp environment or the mission trip environment is different from what we're used to, right?
Absolutely. It takes us out of our normal place, takes us out of our normal routine, gives a different week, a different schedule, different bed, and even a lack of technology.
That's right. It fosters an environment that's free from distraction, that's aimed at community. In reality, you're spending so much more time around other students and other leaders, and that quantity of time has a really powerful impact. It creates opportunity for deeper conversation. Again, remember, in college or again on these trips, did you ever have a conversation late at night that was such a deep conversation that had an impact on you? Why were those meaningful moments? It's really, a trip has that opportunity, and it by changing the environment, by changing the conversation, it fosters a deeper friendship, a deeper faith, and deeper relationships.
Absolutely.
I mean, we really believe so deeply in the power of a trip that we want to make sure every student is able to go on these trips. We never want the cost of a trip to be a reason that a family is unable to send their child.
Yeah, that's right. And if that is the case, please talk to Tim or to myself. We would love to work something out. These moments of community, of life together, the valuable impact on the faith development of our children, of our students, is so critical. We don't want anyone to miss it.
That's right. And if the reverse is true, if you're able to help another student join us, please talk to us so we can help cover those costs.
Absolutely.
I think of what Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 8:14 is a good picture of this. He writes, "At the present time, your plenty will supply what they need, so that in turn, their plenty will supply what you need." See, really our hope for the summer trip is that every student is able to attend, that no family is stressed about their child being on the trip. And so whether you're in a time of plenty or a time of need, please have the conversation. Don't hesitate to reach out to Matt or myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, parents, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We plan to resume our regular scheduled weekly ministries this Sunday and next Wednesday. Details for that are written below. And again, thanks so much. Have a great day.